They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. Space to run past the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On second down, here's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. He goes airborne. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Starts with a handoff to Blount. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency break.
Here's Foles. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls in. incomplete.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go now. Over.
They'll try and throw for it here. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right near the 39. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be first down, Eagles. Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And I think the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. First down, this is Rawls. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now come the Seahawks. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson rolling to his right. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that,